Hello. Welcome to the podcast that we are doing today. George, say something.
Something.
Classic. That's the kind of classic humor we appreciate here on the podcast. All right, so this is George. George is cracking up over here. This is the podcast we're making. It's called Absolute Awesomeness. Basically, we're going to talk about anything awesome. Today, we're going to talk about the Justice League trailer. So George has been away in Mesopotamia for a few weeks.
Ow! I see. Gonna
And,
make fun of me.
No, I'm just joking. He was in his home country of Macedonia for several weeks, and he missed out on all the San Diego Comic-Con stuff. So I just showed him the new Justice League trailer, trailer number 2, I believe. And so now we're going to discuss it. George, what are your thoughts on the new Justice League trailer?
Well, I saw the other one that came out before this, and I say that this one has a lot more mystery, like as like an element in it. Like in the end, it was like that. He said you'd come, and there was nothing like that in the first one. And I thought that the mystery element was a lot more prevalent in this trailer.
Yes, I would agree. I'm very curious as to who Alfred is speaking to at the end. Just as a reminder, at the very end, Alfred turns. He's working in the Batcave, and then he looks straight at the camera as if there's someone there, and then says, "He said you'd come." So we're wondering who that is.
We are.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes. That is it.
Indubitably.
That is it. Goodbye.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Well, who do you think it is, George? Tell me.
Well, in my expert comic book opinion,
Yes.
I believe that it is in fact Alfred's mother, who has come to bake refreshments and cookies.
Did you just
for
say
the group.
bake refreshments?
Silence yourself.
Tell me how you bake a refreshment. I would like to know. I would very much like to know.
Well, what you need to do is put a refreshment in the oven, and you bake it for like 2 seconds to make it slightly warm. And then this would be like a cup of tea, because like who wants to wait for like the microwave or like a pot on top of the oven? Because
that'd be ridiculous.
That's just not classy.
No.
So you put the teacup in the oven for like a fraction of a second, and then it's like 270 degrees Fahrenheit, which should do the trick for around 10 seconds. And then you start it, and it's like, and your tea's warm.
All right.
Cookies would also be part of the deal.
That would be great.
So because he said you'd come, so that'd be like Bruce telling him like, my mother's coming, man. But not Bruce's mother, but like your mother's coming.
Right. Yeah. Bruce's mother isn't around anymore. So
yeah. But and then it's just like he said you'd come. Let's see if you're not too late, because a lot of them are like really hungry, and there's like too late meaning like it'd be like too late for any like nice refreshments to be made.
Yes, that is the best fan theory that is out there right now, for sure. I've heard some good ones, but I mean that one just tops them all.
You're welcome.
Yes. I think a strong possibility is that the person at the end of the trailer is one Harold Jordan, aka Hal Jordan, aka Green Lantern, because you see, for quite a while, DC has been postponing the arrival of Green Lantern in their movie universe. And I think that it makes sense for Justice League to be in it, for Green Lantern to be in Justice League. It makes sense. I don't see why they would leave him out. It's kind of weird. It'd be like, like if Marvel had left Hulk out of the Avengers. It's kind of a key founding member. So I think it would make sense for it to be Hal at the end, because perhaps they need his help in defeating the main antagonist, Steppenwolf. Bruce somehow calls him. He shows up, and I think it makes sense because there's there's some kind of foreign alien sound that happens right before Alfred looks up, and I think that might be that might possibly be a Green Lantern ring. That's what I think. And some people say you can see a green reflection in Alfred's eyes, but I think it's really too small to say anything. So
I think my theory about his mother is a little bit more substantial, because actually, if you saw your mother in the Batcave,
mm-hmm.
you'd be very surprised, just like Alfred is. Like,
yes.
You'd be like in shock. You'd be like, "Mom, I'm in the Batcave," and your mother would be expected to leave. So.
All right.
But this Hal Jordan stuff is in fact interesting.
Yes.
I do not think that it's the actual truth, but
yeah.
Good try, Kim.
I did try. I'm hopeful. I want Green Lantern to be in it. Plus, directly after that scene, it says in the signature Justice League font, it says "All In," and I think that might be possibly saying that the seventh member is going to come. All 7 members, all in, everyone, Whereas Alfred's mother, who I don't think is an actual character, I don't think she would be in the Justice League, per se.
Are you doubting me?
No, I mean, I'm not shutting down your theory here. I think it's very valid, but I would like to ask you, do you have any alternate theories, good ones,
Well, maybe, in fact,
yes.
there could be, like,
I'm waiting.
a secret new hero.
Yes.
That could arrive.
There we go. I like it.
That, like, I do not know much about the DC universe, unlike Keilan here, who knows absolutely everything there is the DC universe.
Mm-hmm.
So how about you tell me some characters that could be bridged into the story.
Yes.
Other than all of the members of the Justice League.
Well, I'll tell you. So there is a theory that it is going to be Martian Manhunter, because he was one of the original founding members of the Justice League. In the modern comics, he's not a member, but like some people think it might be him. And then there's another theory that it's Shazam, who was actually referenced in Batman v Superman when Alfred says something about gods are hurling thunderbolts nowadays, and Shazam is a god who hurls thunderbolts. So it might be one of those two.
I see. Yeah. Well, the Martian Manhunter would match the green reflection.
Yes, that's true.
In Alfred's eyes. So.
And some are saying that if you look in the very corner, you can see a red cape. I think that both the green light and the red cape are a little too faint to say for sure if they mean anything. It could always just be the lighting, but I think
I don't know.
You don't know?
It is a distinct possibility.
Yes. But I must pull up the trailer now just to show you one very interesting thing I noticed that may provide a clue. I think if it's not Green Lantern, it might be Supergirl, because whenever Steppenwolf says in the trailer that you have no protectors here, no lanterns, no Kryptonian, then it cuts to Bruce looking at what appears to be, at first glance, a hologram of Superman. However, if you look very closely at this hologram, it is in fact not Superman, or most likely not Superman, because that appears to be a very thin leg, does it not?
It also seems that there's a tattoo on the leg.
A tattoo? I think that's part of the costume, not the skin.
It's not a phase, Mom.
So, I think I think it might be Supergirl because it appears to be like a white costume and the legs are thinner, so that would match. That would definitely match Supergirl.
Is that part of Superman's costume, like the red boot?
The red boots, yes.
Hmm.
But just seems to be doesn't quite seem to be like him. So if that's not Supergirl who appears at the end of the trailer, I think that Supergirl will probably still be in the movie because, I mean, that's almost certainly who Bruce is looking at in that scene.
I see.
Yeah.
An intriguing theory.
Yes. So, what do you say to all the heroes I have mentioned?
I say that, quite frankly, the villain in the movie looks very cool, and you guys should think twice before picking a fight. Because, to be honest, he looks very dope.
Yeah.
His helmet, in fact, is very chic, and I would think twice before stepping in the ring with that person.
Yeah, Steppenwolf does look pretty cool, but his voice a little hard to understand at times.
Oh yes, he sounds like he's a smoker.
He said this world will fall, and George thought he said it's World War IV.
Yeah. So I think that he might have bronchitis, like from smoking.
Possibly.
So I think that he should probably seek out like a qualified physician. So
maybe that's why he's on Earth. Maybe the Justice League mistook his arrival as a declaration of war, but really he's just trying to get the right medical help for that.
I agree. I think that the Justice League jumped to conclusions
about
Mr. Wolf,
yes.
and I do not appreciate him being mistaken for an evil villain just for showing up.
Yeah. He is. I think that he does look pretty menacing, though. I think he'll be a good villain. He's like Darkseid's like next, like right below Darkseid in the rank of the Apocalypse leaders. So Darkseid will most likely be the villain of the next movie, and Steppenwolf's the one here. So Darkseid might show up at the end of the movie, and that would be a kind of a teaser towards the next film, I think.
I see.
Yeah. Because they're from the same world. They're both from Apocalypse.
Quite interesting.
Yes.
Who thought of that planet's name, by the way?
I don't know. It's not spelled like Apocalypse. It's spelled like Apokollips or something like that.
What do you mean? That's how I spell apocalypse.
Oh. Well, I've got some news. No, I'll just let you keep spelling it like that, actually.
Thank you.
Yes. Anything else that stood out to you in the Justice League trailer? Any highlights?
Well, I think that, in fact, the fact that in the end they were in some kind of cave suggests that there's kind of like that they are actually attacking this Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf. Good sir.
Stephen Wolf. Steve Wolf. So I think that there's some kind of plan in motion in which he is actually waiting for them.
Steppenwolf is Steve Wolf. Is waiting for the Justice League.
Yes, in fact, because they are in somewhere rocky, not like the movies, but like in something where like it's geologically rocky.
Where was the cave like scene? I don't remember.
In the end, when Cyborg controls the vehicle thingy.
Yes.
Vehicle thingy. So in this instance, they seem to be attacking this rocky stronghold.
Yes, that makes sense. I look forward to seeing what exactly transpires in the film. Well, that's all we have here. We hope you all enjoyed it. Peace out.